Hello, welcome to this podcast. My name is Beatrice Marse. I am a singer-songwriter from France. So, if you've been following me for a while, you know that some time ago, right now, I think it's almost a year. I said I was gonna do for a full year. I was gonna record the podcast and put a baseball cap on, and basically I've stopped really quickly. And today I'm back again because the real thing is that my hairdo is not that good nowadays. So basically, I'm just hiding the atrocity of my hairdo. I like my GI cut. That's all I can say. And my hair is growing back quite quickly nowadays. And I think maybe it's because of my vegan diet, because everything is well, it's not the theme of this podcast, but basically, I need a haircut. I did not do a haircut, and I'm thinking about DIYing it again. So I don't know. So I need to think about it in the next following days. So the theme of a podcast today, actually, So, as usual, I'm recording this podcast on video. The video of this podcast will be on my YouTube channel called Beatrice Marse. So, let's dive into it. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos as usual, and I keep watching those videos of creators who, it's not that it is what they are saying, but some of them are posting so often that you may tend to think that maybe they are creating 24/7, 365 days a year. That's the way it appears to me. So if it appears to me, it may appear to you for some of them. For you, yeah. So, and I was reading another book. I'm still reading that Dan Charnas book on hip hop culture, rap in general, and it's actually a good book. So I don't know if I may do a podcast on that book again. I don't know yet. But the thing is, working more or less 24/7 on your craft. The question is, do I do that? Do you do that? But do I myself, since I want to talk about it, do I do that? The real answer, it's actually yes and no. Yes, because right from the start, even when I was over 30 years ago, when I started to do the whole thingy, I knew intuitively that I needed to do things in my life so it would stimulate the flow coming out of me, if you understand what I'm saying. So this is the reason why I'm saying yes, and I still do that to this day. And as I'm saying again, I'm gonna repeat myself, it comes naturally to me. I don't have to do anything. I just know that sometimes I need to actually set back from the whole creative process, and that's the reason why I'm saying no as well as yes, because what I'm thinking is that sometimes I do feel like I need to step back. So I have to say, and I said it before on this podcast, on a previous podcast, is that around the end of the end of November, I went into some funky style. Well, I went into funk, and I knew that I needed to step back, so I did something between quotes, totally different from what I'm doing, which is writing music. So the real thing is that I may spend, depending of how the flow is coming to me, how I feel about it, I may spend 1 or 2 hours every day of the week, or sometimes it's every other day, or sometimes once or twice a day. And right now it's once or twice a day. But the thing is, there are so many things that I'm doing around it. So it come to a point where you do have to do the admin whenever you release your album. Then you need to check out the stats of your releases to see what's going on with the releases. Then of course you need to make music, to create music, and record yourself. And then because the thing is, I'm not only I consider myself as being a creator, an artist, but I don't actually just create. I know there's a business side to it. And when I started again in 2017, very quickly I realized that now I needed to actually work also on the business side of it. So it's true that I'm doing everything, the album covers, I'm doing all the website, all the sites, all the social media. It's me doing everything on my own. But apart from that, I need to worry about other things. So I've got a hustle on the side because point not 1 or 2 or 4 cents doesn't make a lot of money, especially if you don't reach 1 million streams, if you understand what I'm saying. So I'm also doing a hustle on the side, and namely it's an eBay hustle, that's what I can say. It brings me some cash, but not enough to live on, that's what I can say. So yes, I need to do other things, and then of course I need to cook. I need to I need to take care of the place I live in. So I need to do the shopping and everything. So yes, I cannot be on 24/7 on the whole thing. And also, because of the business side of it and the creative part of it, I'm also reading. I try to read as many pages as possible every day. So usually I try to do 30 pages a day, at least, or a chapter a day. And sometimes, because I have things to do during the day, I get caught away from the whole process. So sometimes every other day I try to read. It may happen sometimes that for 2 or 3 days I couldn't read at all, but it's because I was busy doing something else. So also what I'm doing also is just like I'm trying to practice the guitar, the speed on the guitar neck. So I'm trying to practice a bit every day. It's not much, 10 minutes every day. And also I'm doing some yoga every day, so for my back and everything. And it allows me to stay in shape, that's what I can say. And sometimes I do ride my bicycle. So now it's a bit cold, and because I've started the yoga, my Bikram yoga session. So for the winter, for the cold days, I'm just fine. But for whenever the sun is gonna come out, spring is gonna come up, I'll be out again on my bicycle. That's what I can say. On my VT, my mountain bike. That's the word in English. So yes, I'm doing many various things. Also, I'm watching YouTube videos. So I usually watch most of my YouTube whenever I'm cooking or I'm eating. That's what I can say. That's the main hours during the day where I actually watch the videos. Otherwise, I try not to, because there are other things to do. So what I'm saying is that I don't actually buy the thing that you should work your ass off 24 hours a day. First of all, also you need to sleep, so a decent night of sleep. So nowadays I go around 6-7 hours. I'm just fine with it. So you need to have a discipline and to organize your day-to-day business. And I was thinking, because I met a neighbor the other day, and he was like letting me know that somehow he was a bit bored inside his place. So, and I was thinking, I went onto my with my business, and I was thinking, actually I'm not bored, because every day I have so many things to do. So am I And I was watching video. Do you need to plan your day? The big question. And I was thinking, am I planning my day? Because to me, I'm not planning anymore. I'm just doing things. I know that during the days, I need to do certain things to basically be able to work, as simple as that. And I need to do certain things to actually be able to record. I need to get fuel in my body. So I know that during the day, there are certain things I need to do. So do I plan them? Not on paper, but I would say mentally I went into a routine which allows me to do all those things that I have described earlier on during the days. So I don't miss a day. Sometimes I forget to practice the guitar, but once again, if I forget, it's like the reading thing is because I was busy somewhere else. I had to be some places. I had to do things that did not allow me to actually do a job. And also, do I listen to other people's music? Not so much anymore, because I'm very much, whenever I actually get out of the house, also what I usually listen to are motivational. Well, once upon a time we were calling them motivational tapes, but it's not tapes anymore. I'm just going into Apple Music and choosing the recordings. So as simple as well. So it's either Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, and there's a new one that I'm listening to right now. I got the name of the book from a guy, a motivational speaker called Les Brown. It's called I can't remember. The Secret of Ages by Robert Collier. So if you're on Apple Music, it's on Apple Music. You don't have to go for the audiobook thingy, if you see what I mean. So whenever I actually go out, I still got my my telephone on, but it's not. I'm actually listening to motivational tapes, motivational audio. That's what I can say. So this is the way I organize my day. So am I bored? And the thing is, I'm not bored, because I know that every other day I've got so many things to do. And as I said, I'm so used to do all those things that I'm not planning them anymore. I just go into the routine. I know, okay, during the day, at certain times during the day, there are things that needs to be done. I'm just doing them because no one can do that for me anyway. So, and it just kind of stimulates my mind and my body with the exercises. So it allows me to stay in the flow, to try to be creative, and not to focus on crazy things. So I don't actually watch TV at all. I don't read papers. The last time I watched TV, I can't remember. It was a long time ago. It's actually just right after my motorbike accident, to say it. And I don't read things, and even if I watch YouTube, if I'm watching YouTube videos or whatever, if I'm on Instagram, only like my attention is on things that will stimulate me or motivate me, and nothing else. All the rest I consider it as being garbage or entertain me in the right way. And then I'm a bit picky and choosy with the type of entertainment that I allow myself to actually watch. And it's the same whenever I try to watch a series on Netflix. I don't watch every single series or every single movie. It has to be a film that will allow me to stay in the state. If I want to really be entertained and do nothing, it's basically I'm going to go on Netflix and I'm going to watch a silly movie or a silly comedy or a silly series. Nothing violent, nothing like dark or whatever. It doesn't to me it doesn't there's no real point in doing that anyway. So so I'm not working 24/7. As I said on previous recording, I'm actually more effective because whenever nowadays I actually sit down to try to record or reproduce something, because basically sometimes it happens to me that I get up in the morning and I have a song, a melody in my mind, or it's very rare during the day, but it's usually early in the morning, or if I do work, it's actually late at night. So that's the main I would say main I'm saying it's the type of hours, early in the morning or late at night. This is where I'm being the most creative. Otherwise, during the day, it's very unlikely. Sometimes happens that on Sunday morning, actually, I'm in full speed, and it's rare. It's not something I do every single time. It's not every single day. It's one day like that. It's happening, but I'm very much early evening or late at night person in terms of creativity. So everyone does his own thing. That's the main thing. So, and I was thinking, people, you can't work 24/7. And when I'm I know with practice and trial and error, I know that I need to stimulate my little brain so I can actually create. I need to stimulate my brain, because even if I'm in doubt or in fears and things are not getting the way I want them to go around, because there's always a difference between reality and expectation. So even if I know that I'm not getting the way I'm not getting the result I was expecting, if I was expecting anything, I'm trying not to concentrate of the thing that is missing, but more or less the thing that I can do. I don't actually set my mind too much on negative things in my personal life. So that's what I can say. So even in my darkest hours, in 2014 till 2019, I always, with all the problem I had in my life, I always tried to actually stay concentrating on the positive things, and this is what helped me to actually do the music. And as I said before on the previous podcast, if you subscribe to that podcast for a long time, to me, making music is a form of therapy. It just allows me to alleviate the pain, the doubt, the fears, and everything. It just like goes away. And the same thing, because of the nature of my lyrics, it's a kind of soothing, and from time to time, I actually listen to my music whenever I want to get back into it, or whenever I feel a little bit down. Sometimes I really need to listen into it. And then it comes some days where I don't want to listen to it, because I can see all the imperfection, all the okay, and and when it's like that, just say, okay, I'm not listening to my music anymore. That's it. I could go weeks without listening to my music, and when I do that, it's not a good thing. I know that if whenever it happens to me, I need to do some activities that will allow me to get back into the flow. It means that I'm getting out of it. Into deep troubled waters. That's what I can say. So I can't see the point in doing that. And the thing is, I don't know if I will be able to work on inside the studio, because doing that every single every day, there's such thing as ear fatigue. When you're creative, you're making music, you're composing and everything. I can't see, sometimes it flows into you, and to me, the main work is to water the flow, if you understand. It's like a seed you've got inside you. The seed is there, it's been planted already, and you know that if you want to see the flowers or get the fruits from there, you need to water it every single day, so the thing can flow out of you. That's all I can say. So what I'm saying is very spiritual, is very esoteric, but this is life, and I'm always a bit edgy whenever I'm hearing some people, creators or people that call themselves entrepreneur, and saying to you, you need to do that 24/7. You need to be on the go. You need to be on the track. I was listening to that reseller the other day, watching a video of that reseller the other day. I was thinking, man, are you saying that you want to do that, but are you really happy in your life? Because it's all planned, and where is the time for something is happening that I may enjoy and I wasn't expecting? So how are you, basically the word is, how are you being in the moment, in the now? I would say the way I work I'm more in the now than when I was before, when I had a 9 to 5 job. That's what I can say. So, and it took me some time actually. It took me, as I say, it took me in 2014. I had an accident. If I didn't have that accident, I wouldn't be in that seat talking to you right now, because I had to think of everything totally differently. So yeah, and the main thing really is to be in the now. So what are my question to you? And leave a comment or whatever, or go back to wherever you can do it. What is your technique? What is your tactics? What is your strategy to stay in the now, so you can create your work, your art, your art form? So how do you do things to be able to be productive on the art front? That's a big question I have for you today, because and what I'm saying, it cannot be 24/7 365 days. You cannot be switched on that much. You need to you need some step back in time. Yeah, slots. You need to step back. You need to have some time for yourself, so in order for you to be creative. And you cannot be, to me, you cannot be creative if you are seated every day in your studio, staring at your screen and trying to do something, because it's more like, to me, it's more like forced slavery, close to slavery than anything else. So what do you think? Let me know. As I said, well, it's another spontaneous podcast again, and it's because I'm reading all those books, and I keep on watching those videos on YouTube that are actually triggering me all the time. That's what I can say. So thank you for listening to me. I hope you will come to hear my next podcast, and till then, well, I might see you someday. Bye. You've been listening to Beatrice Marse.